And we are back with the first F1 car reveal livery for the 22 season. And we're covering Haas.
Why was that so slow?
I don't know.
Yes, we are both super fucking hyped because we are proud patriots of this beautiful country, and Haas somehow represents us.
Yes.
Even though it looks like a Russian flag, and there's no American drivers on the team, and it's like it's the car sucks, and it hasn't had a good career into its sixth season now. But this is where it all changes, baby.
You know,
None
you,
of that happened
you,
before.
you know what my favorite part about all of this was? They're the only American team, and it was the most un-American release time. It was I checked to see, like, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's like at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. It was at 4 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah,
That's when
because
it
you know why?
released.
Because they were releasing it in Russia first, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like we're an American team, wink, wink.
Wink.
It's not even red, white, and blue. It's white, blue, and red.
Yeah. So got a little bit of Russian descent there. Obviously, with
Yeah.
the Russian driver, Russian title sponsor, then maybe things will change. Maybe it won't be the Haas team anymore. It'll become the Father Russia team next
The
year.
Suka Blitz.
So it was just a computer rendering today that was released, but there were some notable differences. First impressions, William. What did you think of the car?
Yeah, if we're starting from the front wing looks a lot more locked in to the chassis and to the sidewall itself than the 2021 car. It's way more aggressive in its swooping, and it's got these big, tall sidewalls compared to the older car, which kind of really laid flat. And the nose
Mm-hmm.
itself is thinner too, so you can see just like where they're trying to point the air this year.
Yeah.
Last year it looked like it was like, fuck it, just put all the resistance wherever you can. But this year, if this is going to be the actual car coming out, the air itself is pushing that front wing down, which could really help them.
Yeah, so I saw the races analysis on this, and well, I guess we saw it, right? And they mentioned that the reason that those front wings are so different is because essentially the old style pushes air out to the sides, which makes it a little harder to either be chasing or next to that person. And so this is supposed to direct the airflow kind of towards the car, and maybe it just gets absorbed a little better.
Yeah, reduction in dirty air.
Dirty air.
Dirty air. But it definitely looks aggressive, and I'm assuming a lot of the newer cars are going to have this style where it's going to be a lot higher up than last year's. It's going to be more aggressive. That aerodynamic is going to go straight in front instead of out to the sides.
Right,
But it
right.
looks cool. Looks really
No,
cool.
it definitely looks awesome. I do like that like subtle black that they added under the Haas logo here on the sidewall. I think it does make it look a little less Russian, and honestly, I really like it. It kind of looks like an ice cream sandwich too.
Yeah, it still looks like a Russian flag to me. But anyways, if we're going to the middle of the car, from the 2022 concept to this one, it's a little change. It's still really wide where the driver's sitting.
Yeah.
That's partly for protection, partly again to reduce that air drag, that airflow going behind the car and being more sucked into the middle and pushed out.
Mm-hmm.
But also you can see the way the car is designed now that it's swooping a lot more air to the back and to the back wing. So this year they've definitely put a huge upgrade to aero compared to their 2021 car, which I mean they obviously need.
Yeah, and apparently last season they did nothing to the car to focus their efforts on this. And I know they're not revealing everything. I know there's like certain things they're gonna probably want to keep secret until the actual testing day. But they are giving us small hints here, and I'm pretty excited for Haas. I really hope they can become a midfield team again. I just saw that in 2018 they're apparently fifth in the championship, which is pretty insane. So hopefully, whatever the focus was for last year, they can improve and hopefully make get back up there to the midfield, because it is pretty embarrassing to just see them in the very back and consistently back there.
A lot of it's going to come down to the drivers too. They got some young guys. They got a very hated man. But enough about that. I really love the new tires. I'm so excited to see these tires out on the track. They look so sick.
Yeah, they're
The
really slim.
big, low profile, what is it, 17, 18-inch wheels?
Yeah.
18-inch, yeah. It's going to be exciting to watch them. I think they look really cool. I think they look slick and modern.
Yeah.
Seeing how they'll actually work, who knows? Because Pirelli might goof this year and make a whole set of tires that's unusable. Like nobody uses the hards anymore. But
And
who knows?
speaking of Pirelli, I did notice on the front nose they do have them as a sponsor. I don't know if every F1 car has Pirelli on there at the very beginning, but I did notice one thing on this car is like compared to most cars, they don't really have a lot of sponsors on their livery. So I don't know if they're still working on contracts to kind of fill up some of those white spaces, but there's a lot of empty space on this car,
Well,
and
yeah, because of the computer rendering, they're not adding them yet.
well, they have some sponsors on there. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, do they just maybe not have enough sponsors right now? Are they still finalizing some contracts? Obviously, like I don't know too many people that would want their huge corporation to be advertised on the car that consistently places last.
I'll toss them like 25 bucks and they can toss one of our stickers on there.
Yeah, one of the Formula Relapse
Yeah.
logo stickers. Yeah, and so they're still using the Ferrari engine as well. So they actually said that a lot of these design choices that they're implementing are because of the adjustments to that power unit from Ferrari.
Yeah. Which can be exciting, and we're gonna have to see. Obviously this computer rendering, but it's coming up real soon where we're gonna get some actual testing and some times down.
Yeah,
I'd love to see what's underneath the car, because I think
yeah,
that's gonna be the most
interesting part
messed
for
with
sure.
and highly technical. Yeah, and whoever can get the right arrow underneath the car is gonna be fastest for sure.
Yeah,
But obviously we don't see that. We're not gonna see that. We probably won't see it until somebody flips over their car during
yeah,
training.
yeah, yeah. And I guess that's really it for the Haas uh, F1 livery reveal. So the VF 22. Hopefully we can sprinkle some good vibes on it and it can do pretty good and get back up to the midfield.
Yep. Stay tuned for the next ones. They're coming down a line. February 9th is Red Bull, 10th is Aston Martin, 11th is McLaren. Everybody else is like mid to late February, and
Hmm.
Williams, I think they don't have a car ready this year yet. So
Yeah,
we are excited to see what's going to go on.
awesome. Thanks for tuning in.